Welcome to Political Hot Seat. It's a live call-in show. You can call us at 727-8750, or you can email me at deanna@kpvm.tv. That's Deanna, D-E-A-N-N-A, @kpvm.tv. If you'd like to remain anonymous, we can do that too as well. And we're here with Nye County Commissioner, District 4 candidate, Gary Bergman, who is sitting over there with Bill Garlow. Gary, I'm going to ask you one question. You've been living in town for a number of years, right? I know you were saying you were an RVer. What have you seen, or what would you like to change within Nye County if you were elected to the seat of Nye County Commissioner?
Well, medical, because the deal with my wife being disabled, and like last week and a half we've been in Vegas once again, 2 different hospitals. But I would like to see either approaching healthcare partners about opening their urgent care 24 hours and see about getting some medical professionals over here full time in these other specialty fields, because there's no reason for us to be going to Las Vegas for medical. I mean, I've been in towns this big that had hospitals with at least 4 ER doctors for the size of town, and I don't understand it why we don't have anybody over here.
Well, you would like them to be 24 hours instead of Desert View Hospital, which is?
Well, yeah, well, Desert View only keeps 1 ER and maybe a PA besides the nurses, and you could be there hours. I mean, sometimes it's quicker to drive over to Hill, to Summerlin or Spring Valley or Southern Hills than waiting there in the ER.
And then Healthcare Partners has their specialty clinic there on Postal Road where they bring in different specialists.
No, it's over there on Calvada.
Yeah. They might have one there too.
That's their urgent care. They're like an ER. It's a mini ER.
Yeah, I know that. I was talking about a specialty clinic.
Oh, specialty, yeah.
Yeah. They have a specialty clinic on Postal Road that brings in specialists, different specialists.
But the problem is if you have a problem where you need a specialist, you have to end up going over the hump to one of the other hospitals, like my wife did for the specialist she needed.
Yeah. So how would you, as a Nye County Commissioner, be able to do that? Is that within your power?
Well, I'm going to be doing a lot of phone calls, emails, and I will try to be making arrangements to get somebody over here, maybe non-profit hospitals. There's a lot of church hospitals that might be considering it. And I would see if there's anything we could do to entice doctors to move out here that we could, the commissioners could do for them.
We spoke about that a little bit. Bill will remember a little bit about to get doctors to come out here.
Yeah, maybe we can cut a deal with these banks that's got these foreclosed homes and put them in a home in a good deal or something, Rent it to them cheap.
Well, a tax break wouldn't hurt. When you bring somebody in, I think, that's going to provide jobs and decent paying jobs, or, and to help the community. Why can't we? 3 years, 5 years, you get this tax break, you come in, at the end of the 3-5 years, if you're very successful, then your taxes go up to, and of course, everybody's going to say you're showing favoritism, but what you're doing is you're building up.
Right. We're all going to benefit from it.
Yeah, the business world will know, gee, they want us to come out there. They want, what I've mentioned about, I got grandchildren, great-grandchildren, my children, why do you stay in Pahrump? I mean, you go through high school, you go to a college, why are you coming back to Pahrump? You stay where you're at.
I think we could even put out ads in these medical colleges across the country and see about recruiting across the country.
I believe that we spoke to the gubernatorial candidates about this issue, and that is a normal thing to entice a doctor's office or doctors, and they do give tax breaks. That's a normal process that they do to get doctors to come to communities, is to give them breaks and to give them incentives.
Well, even the Air Force, when they was closing bases down there in Luke Air Base, they took the Air Force doctors and put them in private hospitals. Well, maybe we can work a deal with Nellis over here to bring some of their Air Force doctors over to here.
Once again, this is a live call-in show, 727-8750. You can email me, deanna@kpvm.tv. Gary, tell me some of the items that have stuck out with you with the commissioner's decisions, which you really did not agree with.
Well, I've been in heavy mechanical piping construction before, and worked a few water and sewage treatment plants. I didn't like this deal with the the water treatment plant they was going to build over here on the fairgrounds, because we had some similar situation like that over in Fontana, California, when I was a chairman for an intertribal group, and it was a park, and they wanted to sell the park off to a private developer, so we had to take them to court to sue them because it was designated parkland, and under the law, they had to replace that park land. There was no mention of replacing any of that county fair park land with new land somewhere else that they wanted to use. And working a sewage plant, you do not want that near where you're going to have food vendors. If you're having a county fair activity going, that's the last thing you want. So
you didn't like the decision that they were building this sewer plant over there
on the fairgrounds.
And then what about the decision that they decided that they did not want to take over the sewer plant as another project for Nye County, but decided that it would be donated to Utilities Incorporated?
That's, actually that's better, because you're going to get tax dollars off the private deal, where if you're running it, you're just going to go in the hole. You're going to have to find money somewhere to run that operation. There's no government agency I know that runs water treatment plants that have made money. There's always been a loss.
What would you do to entice businesses to come to your
Try to, like Bill talked of, incentives. And one of the things I want to keep eyes on is this big oil deposit we found up in North County that's bigger than North Dakota and bigger than Texas. Now, if you've been following what happened in Texas, they're having a big building boom. Plus, the state did away with the property taxes. So if this oil revenue gets going real good in here, I think that'd be one of the first things that will bring in businesses if you wipe out property taxes. I don't think we'll have any need for it. And then with this surplus revenue, we'll actually be able to do something here for Nye County.
Well, that brings in good jobs too.
Well, yeah, and in
you
fact,
go up to North Dakota, those people are making so much money they don't even know where
I've
to
offered
spend
my
it.
services, my expertise in welding, instrumentation, heavy rigging, and pipe fitting to teach. If we can set up a deal at the college here, some courses, I will come down here and teach, and probably even get some more retired instructors and teach these kids this occupation, because at this solar treatment plant up in Tonopah, they did not have enough pipe welders to do that. And pipe welding is going to be a big in-demand profession. You may not always be at home, but you'll be able to send some nice checks home to your family.
Well, that's why these people go into college, everybody wants to be a lawyer or something like that. But actually, for a blue-collar worker, you go out and make a really good living.
Yes.
And you don't have to be a lawyer or something like, we got so many engineers and so many lawyers and everything now. You need the people that know how to do it, how to put it together.
Well, look how much plumbers earn. And if you're a plumber, call me. So let's ask about the medical marijuana issue. Gary, what's your thoughts on that?
I think it's a necessity. It's probably like people say, let's keep it where we keep the cost down, or make it into the pharmacies. But then I think if we put it in the pharmacies, the prices would probably go up. But I don't see nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of different natural cures out there that we're not using because they can't put a patent on them. And marijuana's been around just like opium for hundreds of years. And so is hemp. And they're looking at all the different byproducts of hemp. So right now I understand that the governor of Tennessee is suing the Department of DEA over this right now. He wants to allow his farmers to start growing hemp. Oh. Make clothing, ropes, other products. It doesn't have to be for smoking. like the natives would tell you, tobacco was never made for smoking, it was made for ceremonies.
What's your thoughts, Bill?
Oh, well, my thoughts is...
oh, he's got a dog there.
I got a puppy sitting here next to me. But anyway,
Matt.
Very friendly one. Yeah, well, as far as my thought is, you're going to really need to regulate it. Of course, I don't even drink, so I don't use anything. But medically, if it helps, do it. But the thing is, you got to keep such a close eye on it. I don't want everybody, like the lady in California who got a prescription for medical marijuana because her dog has migraines. Her dog has migraines, and they gave it to her. Now, I'm sure the dog's sitting around smoking a joint every night, get rid of its migraines. But, you know, so they got people now.
Well, I'd much rather have my wife hitting on a joint than hitting those drugs that keep her loopy all the day.
Oh, I agree 100%.
That's a terrible way. You're basically like a zombie.
Right.
And I don't like that.
Once the government, things are illegal until the government figures out a way they can make big money off of it, and then it's all right.
Well,
you know,
the country of Portugal, this year outlawed, or should I say, they made it legal for all drugs now, and in fact, so their crime rate has gone down.
Right.
And they've now have been able to take all that revenue they've been using to fight the illegal drugs and put it to better use in other departments now. They said that was the best thing they ever did. So we might want to look at that. You know, and also look at Colorado. It's a good tax revenue base now.
Right. Well, the money we spend on enforcing some of these laws is totally ridiculous. I mean, you know, I don't know how many multi-millions, you know.
Last week they went in front, or was it 2 weeks ago? They went in front of the county commissioners to apply for a grant to work overtime on the highways to search the vehicles for drugs.
Right.
So I mean, they're doing it just so they can get the overtime. Let's put that taxpayer money to better use.
You know what I think they should do though is if it's legal, and let's say it's a victimless crime right now. I go home, I get stoned. That's my business. But if I go home and I get stoned, I go out and kill somebody in a car. I think the sentencing should be 10 times worse.
Should be no different than like alcohol.
Yeah. Should be
you
really
have a drink
bad.
and you kill somebody drunk, same deal.
Yeah, it should, you know, I don't know. I think they got a lot to do to get it to where they get it correct, you know.
But you have to start somewhere.
Right.
And I think there's a lot of people out there suffering that could use it.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm saying if a person
needs
needs it, but that's where you're going to have to try to regulate who needs it and who's just abusing it.
Well, like Oregon, you know, like I said, you got to go to the doctor in Oregon and get the prescription.
Right.
And then you go to the proper procedure, pharmacy or whatever. I forgot how they're doing it up there. But
all right. Well, if you would like to chime in on the medical marijuana issue, you can give us a call at 727-8750. We're going to be back in just a moment with our Nye County Commissioner District 4 candidate, Gary Bergman, and Bill Garlow, and Max the dog.